Ninth gut fundamental movements. We'll start with stances. So first stance is your sitting stance. You can from here pivot into your walking stance on the balls of your feet, so it gives you an idea of the length or the width in this case. It's technically 1.5 shoulder width measured from the outsides of your feet, but practically doesn't work that way. Open your knees, keep your torso upright, and tuck your pelvis forwards. So this is sorry, your sitting stance. You make a sine wave simply by springing your knees. So sitting stance, punch, down, up, down this way. L stance, technically 1.5 shoulder widths from the outside of the back foot to the front toes. It's shorter than the walking stance. It's also very importantly narrower. So the toe here lines up with the back heel. You get a 15-degree, very slight angle on both of the feet outwards, which means there's about 2.5 centimetres between your heels this way. Okay? So your body weight is 70% onto your back leg with your knee open, and your rear knee is over your toes, front knee just bends correspondingly. The stance is always half facing. Also in ninth gut we have spot turns. There are fundamentally 2 types of spot turns that you'll need to know, and 2 variations thereof, and also step turning the same. So spot turning first. The first type of spot turn is pivoting, so I can pivot on my front foot, on the ball of the foot, this way. The second type is spot turning, pivoting on the rear foot. Then you have spot turning, moving your front or rear foot on the centre line. So here, if I can imagine a cross with my heel in the centre of my body, put the ball of the foot there. I'm facing now on a bit of an angle, and then pivot and turn. This is a spot turn, moving the front foot onto the centre line. Doing the other side. Spot turn, moving the rear foot onto the centre line. Same thing with the rear foot. Onto that cross where my centre of gravity is here. Ball of the foot, turn, pivot. Okay, so fundamentally they're called spot turns because you don't take a stance distance forwards or backwards, but you do end up moving sideways. Step turns. Step turns are either forward step turns or backward step turns, and they can be clockwise or counterclockwise. So if I'm going forward and I turn around counterclockwise, this is a forward step turn counterclockwise. If I'm going backwards and taking a step clockwise, it's a backward step turn counterclockwise. So if I'm now moving backwards, that case is a backward step turn clockwise. And if I'm going counterclockwise, this way. The challenge is if I change my feet, the feeling is different. So if I do a forward step turn clockwise from this position, I'm going to turn towards my back. My left foot is forward. If I have my right foot forward and do a forward step turn clockwise, I'm stepping towards my front in order to go clockwise. Similarly with a backward step turn, if I've got my left foot forward, if I do a backward step turn clockwise, I'm going towards my back. If I do a backward step turn clockwise with my left foot forward, I'm turning towards my front. Sine wave from here, down, up, down. Now the fundamental movements for defence, you've got your forearm guarding block and your side rising kick. Forearm guarding block usually performed at this level in L stance. So we've done our L stance before. From here, hands in front of chest, pull back so they rise up with the back hand about eye level of the front hand in front of your opposite chest, and then drive across in front of your body. Knuckles finish at shoulder height, set up chest line here, body half facing. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's my forearm guarding block. Side rising kick is a side kick position, so my supporting foot turns away from where I'm kicking, technically 75 degrees, make a guarding block with my hands, and then lift my leg up. Foot swords pointing slightly downward at the moment of impact, and that's my blocking tool, my foot sword. The offensive techniques, you have side front snap kick, turning kick, and flat fingertip thrust. Side front snap kick, when you do a front snap kick, your body is full facing and your supporting foot faces forwards. When you do a side front snap kick, it's when your body is half or side facing. So with a front leg in L stance, for example, that's a side front snap kick. Or if I go from sitting stance, side front snap kick. Turning kick is designed for an opponent to your side front. So from here, I lift my leg up like I'm going over an obstacle and swinging a baseball bat. Knee and foot nice and high, out, and back, kicking with the ball of the foot at this level. And a flat fingertip thrust. Same motion really as a punch, opening your hand at the last moment and sticking your fingertip into something squishy. Okay, this way, flat fingertip thrust. Try each of those fundamental movements, particularly the offensive and defensive techniques, moving forward and backward for about 10 minutes. Go.